Day 873 of the quarantine. There are so many things that you're not allowed to do to take out your frustrations during this time. And we as a society are tired of being with our family. At least I know I am. So, what I've decided to do is eat my feelings. Today, we're going to do that with breakfast burritos. So, thanks for coming by Dave's Delicious Eats and checking it out. Let's get to work. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some onions that I've already chopped up here. And it was nice because when I was chopping those onions, I was just thinking about all the things I've been told I can't do, and just putting the knife through those felt so good. Okay, so let's start with some oil. And then the other thing I've learned, and I've said this in other episodes, is the reason you want to put a little oil down is it will help you from keep you from burning your butter here, right? And because no one likes burnt butter. And so I'm gonna kind of put this on there, get that nice, and oh, look at that. Would you look? Oh my gosh. All right, and then I'm gonna take my onions here. I'm gonna dump them in there. When you hear that sizzle, just think of yourself being set free after this quarantine. And chop this up because what I'm gonna use this onion for is just to garnish or to add to a couple of these burritos at the end. Some of my children don't like onions yet. We're working on that. Don't worry. And we are gonna get them all set up here. And then the other thing I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, and when I grind this out here, and remember, pepper's the thing that tells your mouth that we are alive. And then the Himalayan salt. Here we are. No GMOs, none of that stuff because we truly love our family. A little more oil, boom. And then a little more. Let me put a little more butter on this thing here. I'm trying to cook. Leave me alone. Kids, if I didn't get so much with the stimulus check because of having four, I don't know if I would have four at this point. The next thing I have is I have some Kirkland, of course, because they have premium products at a quality price. Signature Black Forest ham. Just going to throw that on the griddle. Again, that's already cooked, so we're just going to heat that up a little bit here. Pre-cooked bacon, the Hormel or Kirkland brand of the Hormel, pre-cooked. So again, I just want to get it warm. I don't need to cook it. All right, we're going to get that on there, warm that up. Oh, boy. Now, bacon. Let's talk about how great it is. I'm a man of faith, and I believe that God exists and that He loves us. And there's two ways, well, three ways He tells us: coffee, bacon, and beer. This is the key to the best breakfast burrito you're ever going to have in your life. These are Fresca, and not like that crappy Sprite imitation drink they tried to get us buying into in the 80s. Now, I'm talking about the real thing. Fresca tortillas. Now, these are uncooked flour tortillas. You find these in the refrigerated section of Costco. And these things up level your game in the breakfast burrito world so much. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to butter up this side of the griddle. And again, we're feeding 7 people in my house. I have 4 daughters, my wife and I, and my mother who all lives with us. So this 36-inch griddle couldn't be better for a family our size. Now I dropped the tortillas down on that butter. And what you want to look for is just a little bit of bubbling, much like my temper lately, bubbling. And I've also had a dream of being a DJ one day in my life. And so this is my opportunity to go, wiki, 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 wiki. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. See? Okay, see, I'm already getting some bubbles here. I didn't bring my tongs out. No big deal. Got my spatula here. And I'm going to let those get a little higher, just a little higher, right? And then once you see that, look at that. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that? That just happened just now. Just now. Oh. Now, part of this is starting to look like my face during my middle school years, right? A little bit of bubbly acne or whatever. We've all been there. There's no problem with it. Yeah, I'm going to pull these down because that's running hot, and I'm going to move these up there. Okay. Welcome back here. Got everything prepped. Now I'm just going to do our eggs. I had taken 14 eggs, cracked them, and I beat them like they owed me money. And I got to tell you, that felt real good here at this point in my life, just to be able to take out my frustration on some eggs here. I'm going to pre-salt the grill here and pre-pepper it for the eggs. And you got to work fast when you're scrambling eggs. And then keep it working here. Salt and pepper, salt and pepper, salt and pepper. And then I'm going to melt just a little bit of cheese in there as I'm folding these around. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to assemble the tortillas on the griddle. We'll be back for that in a moment. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the tortilla and put a little bit of egg in there. And if you're like me and you live in a family, there's multiple things that people like and dislike. So some of my kids don't want onions in theirs. And well, frankly, after all I've done for them, you think they could just eat the food that I made and appreciate it, but apparently that's not allowed anymore. Yeah, thanks to this whole idea of parenting and caring all at the same time. So whatever, it's just deeply frustrating. But I'm going to add the egg here, and then I'm going to keep adding a little bit, just a taste of bacon and just a taste of ham in each burrito. Is really all you need. All right, and then I'm going to just keep assembling those and making those. And then for my wife, myself, and my mom, we're going to add the onion to the burritos. And so you kind of see, you just get everything in one place. You start slamming them together. And as you do that, this is a great way to feed a bunch of people and really have a delicious meal to enjoy. And again, it's all in the tortilla, in my opinion. Thanks for checking this out. Look forward to seeing you maybe in another week or so. Have a great day. And maybe even watching this and go, something looks different about Dave at Dave's Delicious Eats. As you notice, I was trying to trim my own eyebrow and I took a little bit too much off. It looks okay from here. But once you look here, I just look ridiculous.